Chipmunks are small, striped rodents belonging to the Sciuridae family, known for their vibrant and busy nature. These creatures are native to North America, with one species, the Siberian chipmunk, found primarily in Asia. Chipmunks typically measure between 5 to 6 inches in body length, with tails that add another 3 to 5 inches. Their weight ranges from 1 to 5 ounces, depending on the species. Characterized by their distinct markings, chipmunks have a series of stripes running down their backs and faces. These stripes help distinguish them from other small mammals. Their fur is generally a mix of browns with lighter underbellies and darker dorsal markings. In terms of habitat, chipmunks prefer wooded areas where they can find ample food and shelter. They are also known to inhabit gardens, parks, and suburban areas, often making their homes in burrows dug into the ground. These burrows are complex systems with multiple entrances, food storage chambers, and sleeping quarters, designed to protect them from predators and harsh weather. Chipmunks are omnivores with a diet that includes a variety of foods, such as nuts, seeds, fruits, and insects. They are particularly known for their habit of stuffing their cheek pouches with food to transport back to their burrows. This behavior is crucial for their survival, especially in preparing for the winter months when they enter a state of torpor, a form of hibernation, although they occasionally wait to snack on their stored food. Socially, chipmunks are mostly solitary animals, coming together only during the breeding season. They have 2 breeding periods per year, once in spring and again in late summer. Female chipmunks typically give birth to litters of 4 to 5 young after a gestation period of about 31 days. The young are born blind and hairless, relying heavily on their mother's care until they can fend for themselves. Predators of chipmunks include birds of prey, snakes, and larger mammals such as foxes and raccoons. Despite their small size, chipmunks are adept at avoiding danger, using their agility and speed to escape threats. They are also vocal animals, using a series of chirps and other sounds to communicate warnings and other messages to one another. In addition to their ecological role as seed dispersers and prey for larger animals, chipmunks have also captured human interest due to their lively behavior and endearing appearance. They have been featured in various forms of popular culture, and continue to be a subject of interest for wildlife enthusiasts and researchers alike. Chipmunks are not just fascinating for their physical characteristics and behaviors, but also for their remarkable adaptations and interactions with their environment. One notable feature is their highly developed sense of smell, which they use to locate food and detect predators. Their keen vision is adapted for daylight activities, as they are primarily diurnal creatures. These small rodents are known for their complex vocalizations, which serve multiple purposes. They produce high-pitched chirps and clucking sounds to signal different types of threats. For instance, a rapid series of chips can indicate the presence of an aerial predator, while lower, more sustained calls may warn of ground-based dangers. Chipmunks also exhibit a unique foraging behavior. They often cache food in multiple locations, a strategy known as scatter hoarding. This method reduces the risk of losing their entire food supply to theft or spoilage and ensures that they have access to sustenance throughout the winter months. Interestingly, they have a remarkable memory for these cache locations, which helps them retrieve their stored food even months later. In terms of physiology, chipmunks have a high metabolic rate, which necessitates frequent feeding. This is evident in their constant activity and the way they quickly gather and hoard food. Their diet is highly varied, and they play a critical role in their ecosystems by aiding in seed dispersal, which helps maintain plant biodiversity. Chipmunks' burrowing activities also contribute significantly to soil aeration. By creating extensive tunnel systems, they help to mix the soil layers, which can enhance soil fertility and promote plant growth. These burrows provide critical refuge, not only for chipmunks, but also for other small animals seeking shelter. Reproductive behaviors of chipmunks are also quite intriguing. After mating, female chipmunks become highly territorial and aggressive in protecting their nests. They will fiercely guard their young from potential threats until they are mature enough to venture out on their own. The young chipmunks grow rapidly, developing the ability to leave the nest and forage independently after about 6 weeks. chipmunks are also subject to various ecological pressures and changes. Habitat destruction and fragmentation pose significant threats to their populations. Additionally, their presence in urban and suburban areas sometimes brings them into conflict with humans, particularly when they cause damage to gardens and homes. Despite these challenges, chipmunks are highly adaptable. They have been observed using human structures such as walls and attics as makeshift burrows when natural habitats are unavailable. This adaptability underscores their resilience and their ability to survive in a range of environments. Chipmunks contribute to scientific research. Their behaviors and ecological roles provide valuable insights into animal adaptation, ecosystem dynamics, and the impacts of environmental changes. Studies on chipmunks can help inform conservation efforts and improve our understanding of biodiversity and species interactions in various habitats. Chipmunks exhibit a fascinating array of survival strategies and have a variety of unique physical traits that aid them in their daily activities. One of their notable adaptations is their strong hind legs, which are slightly longer than their front legs, giving them excellent jumping and climbing abilities. This physical feature allows them to navigate their arboreal and terrestrial habitats efficiently. Their dental structure is also specifically adapted for their diet and lifestyle. Chipmunks have sharp incisors that continuously grow throughout their lives, which they use to gnaw on hard nuts and seeds. This gnawing behavior helps keep their teeth from becoming overgrown and ensures they can access the food they need. In terms of their sensory capabilities, chipmunks have an acute sense of hearing, which helps them detect the subtle sounds of approaching predators. Their whiskers, or vibrissae, are highly sensitive and aid in navigation, particularly in the dark confines of their burrows. These whiskers can detect changes in their environment, helping them avoid obstacles and sense nearby objects. Chipmunks' burrows are marvels of natural engineering. These underground homes often extend up to 30 feet in length and include multiple chambers for sleeping, storing food, and defecation. The complexity of these burrows helps regulate the temperature and humidity, providing a stable environment for the chipmunks throughout the year. Their interaction with the ecosystem extends beyond seed dispersal. Chipmunks are also important prey for many predators, thus playing a critical role in the food web. Their population dynamics can influence the population sizes of their predators and, consequently, the overall health of their ecosystems. During the breeding season, male chipmunks become more vocal and display increased activity as they search for mates. This period is marked by heightened territorial disputes among males who will chase and fight each other to establish dominance and mating rights. Once a female accepts a mate, the two will engage in a brief courtship before mating. The impact of chipmunks on human culture is evident in various folklore and popular media representations. They are often depicted as industrious and clever animals, reflecting their real-life behaviors. In some cultures, chipmunks are seen as symbols of preparation and foresight, owing to their meticulous food-storing habits. Despite their small size, chipmunks are capable of defending themselves vigorously. When threatened, they can deliver painful bites and scratches. They also exhibit a behavior known as freezing, where they remain completely still to avoid detection by predators. Chipmunks' interactions with other wildlife are also noteworthy. They sometimes share their burrows with other small animals, such as insects and small amphibians, creating a microhabitat that supports biodiversity. This mutualistic relationship can benefit both the chipmunks and their burrow co-inhabitants. Their population numbers can fluctuate based on food availability, predation pressures, and environmental conditions. For example, in years when mast, the fruit of forest trees, is abundant, chipmunk populations can increase significantly due to the surplus of food. Conversely, in years with poor mast production, their numbers may decline. Finally, chipmunks have been the subject of various scientific studies that investigate animal behavior, neurobiology, and ecology. Research on their hibernation patterns, for example, provides insights into metabolic regulation and the biological mechanisms of sleep and wakefulness. These studies have broader implications for understanding similar processes in other animals, including humans.